You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
Common sense, comedy, and freedom. You found the defenders of American exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
It is that day, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Oh, yeah.
The most overrated day of the year,
Yeah, I know.
next to Christmas.
Hey, you and me. You're my loved one. Let's you and me celebrate a day where a man got his head chopped off after he was imprisoned
Nothing says
by
love.
giving each other hearts.
I was going to say
candies.
nothing. Then that chalky, nasty ones, too.
Oh, it says "Be my Valentine" on it.
Yeah.
Dude,
You could eat it or go draw on the sidewalk.
be
It's
my
your choice.
beheaded priest.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Be my.
it's a long leap from from a dead, in prison, beheaded
Yeah.
priest to
Hallmark
Channel.
I know. You know so the funny thing is, like, if you actually go and look back, they really the Catholics have almost no other information on him at all, other than like he's a martyr because of this, and so he's a saint because he was beheaded for his faith. That's literally all they have left. They really don't have any. They don't have any.
Screw it, we'll go with it. It's been doing this for years. We might as well just suck
keep
it
on
up. And
I mean, yeah, obviously they took the tradition from some pagan culture and whatever, but
isn't everything taken from a pagan culture
of
at this
course
point?
it has.
Christmas
yes.
is technically
Yes,
taken from a
trees
pagan.
and all that junk.
You know, you
Yes.
got. No, I think the only holiday that America celebrates at this point it's not pagan is Easter, isn't it?
Well, I mean, Independence Day.
Oh, I'm sure we could find something pagan
Well,
about that.
no.
somewhere.
That's like celebrating the country itself.
No,
So,
I know,
mean,
but
it's
I'm
not
sure
bad.
we could find something pagan in it somewhere if we dug hard enough. I'm just spitballing here.
Sparklers.
That's-
Sparklers.
Sparklers represent the spark of Satan.
Sparklers.
Oh, anyway. Welcome to the show, folks. We are glad that you are here.
Obviously, you can find us on Facebook at DOAE Show.
Twitter at DOAE Show.
Or you can become a patron at patreon.com/DOAE Show.
Indeed.
You like that repetition there?
Indeed. That was very methodical.
That's
it was
good
almost
times.
a...
Like we meant to do that.
Well, I was going to say it had a William Shatner-esque kind of feel to it.
The pause.
It did. It did.
And you can
Also,
become
join our... because it's fun to have...
patrons. What?
I know.
What do you... There's something on the wing of the plane.
Something.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we have a great show.
We do.
It's a wonderful time. It is Valentine's Day, so we are going to talk to you about love.
Or some
Love
variants thereof. It
and
is the
Wonderful love.
DOAE Romantic and Sensual Valentine's Day Special.
Because all you need is love.
That's what they say. Oddly enough, that the guy that said that was shot.
Yeah. Well,
Weird how that works out.
you know.
That's all the peaceful people are killed.
All the lonely people.
Not lonely.
Oh.
Not lonely.
Where do they all come from, though?
Imagine all the people.
Mm.
Daggone it.
You're welcome, folks.
I hate you.
I love it.
Anyway, first thing we're going to start off with is a we don't have these people in to do the interview with.
But we will eventually.
We will eventually. But we wanted to bring you something that we thought we'd heard about and we thought would be really, really good to kind of expose you guys to in case you haven't heard it before. A veteran guy named Troy Walker has started a organization that basically helps cover funeral expenses for veterans. Anybody who's in the military knows that your death benefits are not that high. You really don't get a whole lot of, and when I say not a whole lot, for those of you that are not in, if for someone who's not in the service or once, like if you're retired or what have you,
right,
you get about $300, give or take.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So basically nothing.
Pretty much. I mean, you're better off doing everything on your own.
Oh, that's really comforting.
It doesn't it make you feel better about
It
yourself?
makes me feel so great.
But yeah, so and then even if you're still active, it's only like another like $1,500 maybe.
Okay.
Or something like that. It's not a lot. Most funerals on the low end will run you an easy 4 or 5.
I gotcha. Okay.
Because you got to pay for the ground and the box, and they always try to upsell you on the little window and why you need a window
why
for
do
a
you
coffin.
need a window for a coffin? That
know.
doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know. But anyway,
pine box.
put me in a burlap sack and bury me in the backyard. I'm good.
Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
But basically what happened was Troy Walker had a friend of his, a battle buddy, as it were, who had committed suicide, and when he was trying to find out about the funeral, he later learned that they couldn't afford it. The wife of the fallen vet they didn't have anything set up. Obviously, the military wasn't going to pony up anything.
Right.
And so with a lot of effort, Troy was able to scrounge money together to help put his friend and give him a proper burial.
Well, that's very cool.
It was.
That's really nice.
What he has done then is he has turned this into an organization called Dog Tag Furniture. It's a non-profit that basically it's more than 90% of the proceeds for selling apparel. They also make like the wooden American flags.
Yeah. Okay.
He sells those, and the profits go to 90% of the profits go to a fund that will help pay for veterans' funerals.
That's really cool.
It is, because a lot of veterans tend to, obviously not have anything after it's all said and done, and the least that we can do is take care of our veterans.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's one of the, and their families.
Well, and their family,
because that's really what this is helping. This is helping the veterans' families more so than it is helping anything else.
Oh yeah, no, it'll take a load off for sure. I mean, when you don't have the stress of it anymore, when you can, breathe,
right?
It's kind of nice to be able to know that your family member, your loved one is buried in a proper place and whatnot. Because from what I heard, and I haven't fully looked into this myself, but in a lot of places, it's the state. If nothing happens, the body isn't claimed, the state just cremates you and throws you away.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and a lot.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm looking at their.
Aren't they cool?
That's really cool.
They are, and
that's really
according
cool.
to the interview that I'd heard and everything else, and I haven't looked to measure anything properly, but they say they are the biggest wooden American flag that you can get.
Nice. And you can find them at on Twitter, actually. That's where I was looking just now. You can find them at Dog Tag Furniture. That's where you can find Troy. So if you look at that there, that's where that is.
And also dogtagfurniture.com is the place where you can actually go to their website. You can they got donations. You can buy apparel. You can buy all kinds of stuff. But yeah, no, when I heard this, I was like, we need to at least bring this up and talk about this one, because there are so many homeless veterans that literally are passing away. The state gets them, cremates them, tosses them in the garbage.
Right.
And these are, what I would argue is some of America's finest people.
Exactly.
And they deserve more than that. I mean, okay, so the government is going to screw them over and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of need to do our part. So, like I said, we're hoping to get him on, Troy on in the
near future.
Love
to talk to him about this and actually dig in a little bit deeper for it.
We did. But at the moment, we wanted to at least bring it to y'all's attention, and hopefully it'll be something that y'all will be interested in. And if you're looking in the market for, one of them big wooden American flags and everything else that,
or the furniture that they have.
well, that's part of the furniture. It's or a hat, or you can even just donate money or whatever. You go to dogtagfurniture.com, and like I said, help them out and do it'll. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Some of you can also get while I'm thinking about it, the flags can also be custom. So you know how a lot of people will do like the fireman flag, have the red line through it or the blue line through it, or they can cut it off into one corner and have like the Marine symbol put in, whatever. Yeah. Whatever you want. If you have a certain logo or a certain thing put into it, let them know. They can custom make the stuff for you, and they're reasonably priced. I mean, you can't beat it for what it is.
Exactly.
So I wanted to bring that to y'all and let y'all look into that and hopefully help somebody else. Because like I said, it's really depressing. It's shameful what we put our vets through. You know, what a lot of these guys go through, that they put their neck out on the line for our freedoms, and they don't ask for anything. And hell, half of them don't even end up asking for the benefits that they are entitled to. Exactly.
And this guy specifically, I mean, to be the guy like he is, you know, he is a veteran himself. He understands the what they've gone through, everything that's happened with them, and for him to stick out and actually do something like this, to set up a nonprofit where he's actually building these things, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it is a true love.
Absolutely.
And on Valentine's Day, what better way?
What better way to show love than
with something like this? I mean, that's awesome.
Like I said, I'm tickled with it. I think that, you know, my computer's messing up. There we go. But
why is your computer messing up?
I hit the wrong button.
Oh, well, that's different.
Sorry,
that is different.
It's user error.
That's not computer messing up. That is you messing up. That is very different.
But no, we are going to tweet out and put on Facebook the link to dogtagfurniture.com. Like I said, go check them out. You don't have to buy anything. You can just, you know, anything helps. You know, $5, $10, $1, whatever.
Anything that you can do, it's worth it. It really is. And I mean, obviously, he's not asking for donations. He's asking for you to buy his product so that he can give donations, which is amazing. So. It's like he doesn't want something for nothing. This doesn't look like it's something where he wants to just get money, give me money, give me money. Yeah. He wants to do this for the right reasons, which is awesome.
Which you don't find a lot of people doing nowadays.
No.
A lot of people are very
in the business for the business.
Thank you. That is about as, I don't know if you can say it any better than that.
They're in the business for the business. That is the right way to put it. That's
and the fact that these guys are putting upwards of 90% of the proceeds to go towards these funerals and getting these people put, you know, in a proper burial is amazing, and something that anybody knows me, you know, Steve, like the veterans are one of the few things that are very near and dear to our hearts, and so, you know, we want to make sure that our people are taken care of. So
yes, that is definitely true. Speaking of our people being taken care of, 2 separate shootings.
Yeah.
Two separate shootings today. Just kind of touch on apparently the NSA had a guy tried to ram their front gate.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't have when the minute they said that, you know, the guy got shot, he tried.
Yeah. So he was in a big truck and he was going over the bridge because apparently there's I got a guy that I work with now that actually used to work in that same building. So he's like, I passed that bridge I went over that bridge every single day for years. And when they go down to lockdown mode, apparently
they got things that pop up out of the ground,
like everything, and you literally cannot leave until they've cleared it, which sometimes is a day and a half.
Yep.
You know, so he was like, yeah, last time that something like that happened, I didn't get to go home. Not good. Not good. But so apparently a guy tried to ram the gates, and they opened fire, and obviously they stopped the guy from ramming the gates.
So that's good.
Good times there.
Stop that.
The
other one that's a little bit more tragic
is a shooting down.
The shooting down in Florida. It was, I believe, 17 dead now. I think.
It was more than that. It was between like 20 and 50. I thought.
No.
It's 20 and 50 injured. That's what it was. Between 20 and 50
Okay,
injured.
20 and 50 injured. Yeah, no, there's 17.
Down
17
in Florida, it was
dead.
a high school and another high school shooting, which is terrible. Apparently, Marco Rubio was currently live just a few minutes ago talking about it from DC.
Which, like I told Steven when it happened, is a little bit odd that doesn't make him look out of touch at all to be in DC talking about something that happened in his home state that he's not in.
Not at all.
Not for nothing, Rubio, we liked you and all, and you're an okay guy,
no.
but you can't exactly seem like you're connected with your people when you're,
Honestly,
9-10 hour drive away.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, and so going back to our very first story here, just got a note from Troy. He's telling us that they've paid out in 4 months. They've paid out $114,000 in funerals.
That is awesome.
Based off the selling in his.
That is
donation.
awesome.
That is
Guys,
amazing.
seriously.
Go check them out.
Check them out. Dogtagfurniture.com. Like I said, we're hoping to have Troy on soon. Soon. We'll let you know and keep you posted on that.
It'd be good times.
We're getting ready to take a break. Give you a little breather. Go get you some wine. Get your little bunny slippers on. Get cozy. Enjoy yourself, because this is the DOAE Romantic and Sensual Valentine's Day special. You're listening to us on the Lanterns Radio Network, and we'll be right back. And now, just in time for Valentine's Day, a brand new clothing line from Forever 21. Forever and always, loving oneself naturally, eternally. Yes, Forever Alone, the most popular store for egotists on a budget, now brings top-of-the-line cotton and wool, locally sourced non-GMO clothing for the self-aggrandized Zen masters, vegan, non-binary in your life. Forever Alone. Also available at Kmart, Steve's BOGO Discount House, bait and tackle shops, and anywhere else you buy fertilizer. And welcome back, folks. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. And don't forget to buy that special loved one that that knows that you know doesn't have anybody. Forever Alone.
I didn't realize we had a sponsor.
No, we really don't.
It is the DOAE show's Romantic and Sensual Valentine's Day special. We're here to talk about love.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Actually, we're here to talk about being a gentleman.
Indeed.
So, obviously, we just made...
The gentleman thing we need to be... Because there are not a whole lot of them.
There really aren't. It's good times.
Yeah.
But we have a couple of things that we need to talk about here with being a gentleman. Obviously, so this was from The Blaze. It was something that Glenn Beck did. We heard it, and we read about it, and we thought about it, and it was something that we wanted to bring up because we actually don't have gentlemen in our life anymore. Like, that's not, in this world, in this day and age, I mean, I wouldn't, half the time, we're not even gentlemen, so I can't. I'm not. We're not the best.
I'm not even worthy to be called a man half the time, let alone a gentleman.
I mean, the beard does. It's okay. The beard gets you.
That's about as far as it goes, though.
Is that really?
All I need to do is pull on flannel, and people think I'm a lumberjack.
That's true.
I'm the brawny man. A quilted quicker picker-upper.
But the coif kind of gives you away.
I know.
The coif gives you away, man.
Well, but I need to wear a hat. If I wore a hat.
Oh, that'd be done.
I would be.
Oh, you'd be amazing.
I'd be the manly man.
Man.
But we're not talking about men or my lack thereof. We're talking about...
Right, gentlemen.
Gentlemen. What is a gentleman?
So... This was given to a bunch of people that work with Glenn Beck, a bunch of females that work in his crew, and he just wanted to know, what is a gentleman? Describe it to me as best as possible, and these are pretty good.
I mean, it's
really
true.
Good. I mean,
for those of you guys that are listening and a part of this, you would like to think that you know. Yeah. Oh, I'm a good guy. I'm a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
If you really are honest with yourself and can listen to the characteristics that are about to be presented and everything else, if you really look at it, some of us are not always as gentlemanly as we think we are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty bad about this. So, all right, let's just go down the list off a couple things. All right, so a gentleman is kind, honest, loyal, selfless, courageous.
Okay.
Has humility.
What is that?
And integrity.
What is a humility? No one like that.
Humble.
That's one of them $5 words, isn't it? That's
no. That's one of those words that we don't have in this generation. This entire generation of the me and me too and everything. No, there is no such thing as humility anymore.
Not even close.
Think about this. They describe a gentleman as a protector, a person that puts his family first.
Yeah.
That understands the difference between men and women, but not degrading, not in a degrading fashion. Just he understands there is a difference between the two.
Yeah.
And he respects it.
Yeah. The two things that kicked me out of all this is the humility and the respect, which, like Steven mentioned a second ago, is almost non-existent.
It's
nowadays.
not here anymore. It really isn't.
You can watch any YouTube video or video on Facebook anywhere, and you see how people act and the
react.
And the way the captions are, they even they praise it. They're like, oh yeah, this is what happens when you're and
this is what happens when you say something that's conservative.
Yeah, or vice versa. And it's
right.
It's just it's horrible to think that
you neo-Nazi fascist.
Yeah,
where's my soy latte?
Turn up John Mayer.
And once again, I told you I'm not a gentleman. I can't.
No,
I can't help it. It's not a thing.
But it's nobody really strives for this kind of stuff anymore.
No,
I mean nobody strives for anything anyway. If you really want to get technical about it,
we really don't strive for.
We don't make goals anymore.
Not as people.
No.
Not as a group.
Not as a society. We don't make goals that we strive for. Some of us do, and some of it, and most of us that do stuff, they're not the greatest goals. You know what I mean? I don't. I said do. I was hoping that we're gonna keep going and be serious, and you're over here busting out.
I can't do it.
But anyway, now that Memento's lost.
Memento?
Memento. Shut! I will throw my mouse at you. Shut up. Anyway, the momentum. Are you happy now?
Thank you.
But yeah, we don't make real goals, like real goals. Oh, I want to lose weight this year. Oh, I want to. Which, don't get me wrong,
that's a great goal.
I mean, by the way,
how's the weight going?
You
said you plateaued last week.
Yeah, I'm at 238 now.
Okay.
I'm down 2 pounds from
last week. That's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's all right.
Going to the gym.
All right. Anyway, continue on.
Yeah. God, you like jingling keys. You're all off. Thank God this is a Wednesday show.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we don't make the goals anymore.
Right.
We don't make anything like huge, and usually none of them are done inwardly. You know, affixing a characteristic flaw or something that, you know, I want to be a better listener, or I want to be more apathetic, or not apathetic,
Empathetic?
Yeah. That's
You don't want to be apathetic.
Not apathetic.
You want to be empathetic.
Yeah,
Empathic.
Yeah. I want to have more empathy.
Right. There you go. You can say it that way. That's
Elmo
better.
way.
There you go.
But I do. There's all kinds of things that people don't strive to change about themselves. They expect to change everything around themselves.
Yeah.
Or everyone else to change themselves.
They want everybody else to change, but they never want to do it themselves, which is another aspect here of being a gentleman. They're a leader by example.
Weird. Can you, seriously, name one person that's a leader by example that you know of? No, let me phrase that. Not that you know of, because that's not fair, because everybody can say
Everybody can say something.
Everybody can say somebody. There's always somebody. They're few and far between. But name somebody in the popular scene.
Right. That's actually leading by example in a positive way.
In Hollywood.
In a positive
way. In Washington. In anywhere. In sports. Any of this stuff. Name somebody. You're going to be hard-pressed to find anybody.
Right.
And it's sad. It really, again, for me, when you read this stuff and you think about, are you really a gentleman? A gentleman is respectful of those who, above anybody else. More than himself.
Right.
He
respects those people that are above him in society, and he also respects just as much the people that are in a worse situation than him. He gives just as much respect to both below and above.
And again,
to everybody.
Respect is non-existent nowadays. Nobody does respect anymore.
Right. Well, everybody says that respect is earned, but how do you earn respect when everybody is so divided that you can't even have a conversation without people blowing up?
It's hard.
When it's a me generation, I mean, that's not possible.
Well, no, it is. It's just, it almost feels impossible.
Right.
Because in order to actually get that respect and that level that you're, expecting of everyone else, you have to do it yourself.
Right. You have to give it first.
You have to be that first step. That's the one thing that drives me nuts listening to people argue. And it's always, well, they started it, or it's their fault, or they... No,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who started it. One of you... And I'm, depending on who I'm talking to, one of you, and I would be talking to that person, would be, you need to fix your junk.
Right.
You need to get yourself together. Don't worry about what they do. Don't worry about how they react. Don't worry about how they treat you. Mm-hmm. You need to start showing the respect that you expect to receive from them. And it's not going to happen instantly.
Right.
It may even feel like it get worse for a little bit, because now you're
trying to live by a standard.
Exactly.
I mean, that's hard to do.
It is hard to live by a standard.
It is incredibly hard to do. Just ask any Christian. We're all hypocrites in one way or another. Technically, yes, we are.
Yeah.
It's hard to live by a standard.
But when you have a principle and you stick to it, eventually you get known for it. You get respected because of it. It's something you need to do and nobody, like I said, nobody does it anymore.
Right.
Nobody looks out for, and we're not teaching it to the next generation either. Mm-hmm. That's what's even worse. So it's bad enough that, I know this is just me personally, but I'm pretty sure most folks in my generation, in my area, were at least taught this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was
too.
At a young age, but then again, I also was taught other things, but that was not.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way too. But a lot of us also in my generation have chose to not do it for one reason or another.
Right.
We just choose to not do it, and
it's
bad enough that we're just choosing not to do it, but we're also not passing it on to the next generation, which makes it even harder the next time around.
Yeah.
And we can't keep doing this. We have to start looking and putting into our children. Otherwise, it's going to fade, and once it's gone, it will be virtually impossible to get back.
Right. I mean, you can lose anything that you have, any idea that we have as a people can literally be lost in one generation.
Yep.
All that has to happen is that nobody talks about it, ever.
Oh, you mean like nobody talking now about anything?
Well, I mean, everybody talks about everything
now, but
it's
everybody's
not
arguing about everything. We're not talking. What I understood talking to be, talking was what you do is you're trying to resolve a conflict. Right. You're trying to understand another person's viewpoint. You're trying to
nobody does
fix
that.
Something. Nobody does that anymore. We're so stuck in our technology and our social media and all of this crap. We're so stuck on us that we could literally care less about fixing a problem. We want everyone else to do what they're supposed to do and leave me alone to do what I want to do.
So, kind of like one of these examples that says here, takes responsibility for actions.
I'm sorry,
especially when wrong.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So a gentleman is a person who is a man who takes responsibility for his actions.
Wait, what's that word?
Responsibility.
Responsible.
Responsibility.
Oh, what is that?
Is
that one of them newfangled words too, like humility and respect?
Yeah, it's one of those $5 words. For their actions, even and especially when they're wrong.
Yeah, even when they're wrong. Name the last time you've heard anybody who is wrong admit that they're wrong.
I mean, we do it on the show.
Well, but again, forget us. We're not that special. Seriously, let's look at the people that are supposedly role models.
Right.
The NFL, Hollywood, DC, all of these people. Who does it?
Nobody. Look at our president, for example.
Oh, God, I'd rather not.
Well, in this very, very instance, okay, we have humility and takes responsibility when they're wrong. Let me ask you a question. If a person came up to you, and you were talking to a person about faith, and that person said, well, I just make sure that I don't do anything that I have to ask God for forgiveness for.
There's a lot of eyes in there.
Is that humble?
I wouldn't call that humble, personally.
Does that have integrity in it?
No, not based off of what I know integrity to be.
Is that selfless?
No, actually, again, there's a lot of eyes, and usually, as I was always told when I was playing ball and sports and stuff as a kid, is there's no I in team.
Right. Well, I mean, when you're talking about your relationship with God, is that honest?
Still a team.
Is that honest?
No, again, not in a from that.
Is that person taking responsibility for their faults?
Probably not. But then again, it is possible to live in a life in a delusional world where you believe you don't do anything wrong.
Well, I mean, that's everybody's delusional world currently.
Yes.
Which is why we have so many problems the way that we do. Which
is why we're doing this show.
Right.
We're either going to point him out or try and help you see him and fix it. One of the two.
Let's help. And
I'll point him out and laugh at you.
So that right there, that actually, that goes to another point. A gentleman elevates those around him.
It's almost like we planned this.
Kind of, but not really. I just happened to pull up a point and you're.
I know. I was saying it's almost like this was planned.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Anyway, I'm sorry. What did I say?
So a gentleman elevates those people around him, and in a way that. That's uplifting for everybody. It's not in a way that's going to be put down. I mean, you can criticize somebody, but you can criticize in a way that's actually elevating for that person, that tells them they were wrong and helps them take responsibility for it, but also makes it so they don't feel like they were just demolished.
Yeah, it actually, again, it's another way of calling it, but it's like being respectful.
Right.
Funny how that actually.
That goes back to respect.
And humility,
striving for excellence, kindness, honesty, loyal,
responsibility,
courageous.
That's
humility.
It's a lot of. I already said humility.
Integrity.
I didn't say that one.
Oh, there you go.
Loyal, honest.
I said that one.
Oh,
I said that.
Whatever.
Point is. So one last thing. They know how to fail, and try again.
Well, that's the thing. That's something nobody does. Is we've
give up?
Well, not just give up. We've put our people. We're raising kids into this world of bubble wrap and safe space.
Ooh.
Now, how is that preparing or being set up to fail? I hate to tell you this. The world is not a perfect place. The world is a fallen place. The world is flawed
nice.
and in a bad place in the worst way. So how is it that you can have these children raised in a way where it's, again, bubble wrap and safe spaces and all these little things, and then expect society and the world to continue?
I really don't know. It's not.
It doesn't.
Not there. I mean, you just can't. You can't just throw everything in there and say, "Yeah, well, I've got this." So
but apparently people do and they try. So you got to give them A for effort.
No, I don't have to give them anything for effort.
Why not? That's just being no. But hold on, is that part of the list? Are you acting the list? See already?
No,
we just went down.
I told you I am not perfect. I already said this. I said this. I am not perfect. I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay, I said it.
Fine.
There.
Fine. Whatever.
Right.
As long as you're admitting to it and good.
I am admitting to it.
That's fine. We'll take it.
I am admitting wholeheartedly.
Oh, anyway. So, hopefully, this will motivate you to be a gentleman. With that, we're going to take a break. On the other side, good story you don't want to miss out about Germany. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Be right back.
Are you a hashtag feminist? Do the company of cats bring you more joy than that of people? Do you long for the connection with humans again, but the smell of cats pushes anyone away? Hashtag Mewtwo. Hashtag Mewtwo. Hashtag Mewtwo. The gender non-conforming scent brought to you by S.A. Ladder. Breathe in and shout it out. Yes. Hashtag Mewtwo. Mewtwo.
Now at your favorite Walmart station, hashtag Mewtwo for men. Hashtag Mewtwo for men. Strong enough for a man, but just fine for anybody else. Hashtag Mewtwo for men.
You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
And welcome back, folks. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
By the way, I've tried that perfume.
Did you?
Yeah, I sprayed it on my cats.
And where are they at now?
They got scared. Very, very scared.
Where do these people come from?
What do you mean?
The commercials. Where does that?
Oh, I mean, we just, got to make a few bucks. A buck is a buck is a buck, man. $20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Wow. I think hopefully HR doesn't get a hold of us.
Yeah, whatever it's gonna do. HR. Hey, HR, what's up?
I don't know. I'm not in the office right now. Please leave a message after the tone. We'll probably have a discussion at the first of the week after
that sounds good. After you review the content?
Review the content and make a decision that way. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Okay.
That's how it goes.
We are live on Facebook.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes,
you
we
think
are.
I would know this crap
DOA
by now.
Show.
DOA Show. Twitter
Yeah.
at DOA Show. Lanterns.buzz also on Facebook as well right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're
DOA
on Periscope,
Show on Periscope as well.
Yeah. And by the way, become a patron of ours and get some awesome swag at patreon.com/DOA Show.
Yes. So.
Oh, actually, look at this. Speaking of love and wonderful things of love, remember Love Leads?
I do indeed.
Yes. Apparently, the Bald for Becca campaign went wonderfully.
Outstanding.
Good stuff. They're still waiting for their final numbers for their fundraisers, but everything went well. Everything went swimmingly. His wife's hair got cut.
She was brave, man.
Brave woman there.
She lost, I want to say it was 15 inches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that long? I mean, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair gone.
You could make a good wig out of that.
They did, and that's what they do. They turn around and donate it, and I'm love those guys to death. They are awesome, awesome,
sweet,
awesome.
Sweet.
As soon as we get the final numbers in from the Ball for Becca fundraiser. We will pass those on to you guys.
Let you guys
and
know.
Let y'all know what y'all helped out with.
Mm-hmm.
So, really?
Yeah, why not?
It was, wow.
You know what? It's one of those days, all right?
Well, in this moment it is. I mean,
really
it is
is.
Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day. If you're listening to us, obviously you're alone and at home.
Yes, you are not. You're not one of the poor saps who have to stand in line for a reservation you had to make like
10
6
years
weeks
ago.
Yeah. For a restaurant you don't even want to go to, wearing clothes that you didn't pick out.
That is very expensive.
Yeah.
And spending $700 on one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
To go home and go to work in the morning.
Not me.
No, me neither.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky there. Actually, my wife doesn't. My wife's father, his birthday's on Valentine's Day.
Oh, well.
So, like,
so
the
you
mom,
make her choose,
no,
which is
no,
more important?
No. Actually, the dad never cared for Valentine's Day because of it.
Oh, I can see that.
It's like, no, it's my birthday. But it's it's my birthday.
I can see that.
And
I'd rather celebrate my birthday than Valentine's Day too. Give me the gift. No, I'm not buying you crap. Give it to me.
Yeah,
it's my
right.
birthday.
Why do I have to give gifts out on my birthday? That's not a thing,
or
right?
at least what you do is you make it a complete wash,
Hey,
where neither one of you have to do
nobody get
anything. Nobody gets nothing.
That's the coolest part. My wife doesn't care about Valentine's Day. And I think it's partially because of how she was raised and partially because, she just doesn't care to celebrate random things about, people's death.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
Poor priest.
I mean, she doesn't care to celebrate by giving each other heart candies and things that, rot your teeth.
And it's not ever even good candy.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, it's not even good candy or like spending $700 on each other that could have gone to much better things.
Like paying a bill
or
a
getting
vacation.
Yeah,
or
getting something nice.
Cruise or something.
Actually doing something nice.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, so I don't have to worry about that.
Speaking of this being the DOAE romantic and sensual Valentine's Day special.
Sensual.
There's one thing that romance and this day kind of usually leads to.
Oh yeah.
It usually involves, some birds and some bees.
Right. Or just a bee.
Or sometimes just a bird. The problem with it is again, those of you, this is the reason why we singled those of you that would be listening, because you're probably single. There's something that you do, usually, most people do as single folks.
Right.
And well, let's put it this way. Unfortunately, there's upwards of 100 Germans every year are dying.
That's terrible. What are they dying from?
A study has discovered bizarre ways that people have died. Making themselves feel good. I think is a way.
I don't understand what you mean. I mean, if you're making yourself feel good, that's not.
Well,
that's not really.
But pleasuring themselves.
In what way? I mean, like, it's pleasurable to eat chocolate and drink.
Yeah, but you're alone. By yourself.
I don't catch.
R. Kelly is playing in the background.
I don't catch what you're pitching.
And neither are these single people. That's why they're doing this.
That's why they're
alone.
Single. That's why they're single.
That's why they're single, and that's why 100 of them a year are dying.
Oh.
Let's just say that there's it's called, we'll call it self-love.
Self-love. Oh, is that like this one guy like this? Okay, so one man wearing pantyhose and a raincoat and a diving suit as well as plastic bags over his head died after sitting next to a heater and trying to melt slices of cheese on his body.
That's it. Apparently,
that's pretty extreme.
It is extreme. Apparently, society has gotten to a point, at least in Germany, where things have to get more exciting in order to make things happen. I mean, that's how you lost, like, David Carradine. I mean, they found him hanging from a, coat rack in the closet. And
yeah, well, apparently that's what most of these are. It's like 80 to 100 people, and out of that, like, 80 to 90% is autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Asphyxiation.
Which apparently that it's something about
choking yourself while.
Yeah, and you get just to the point of blacking out, which
happens quickly apparently.
I've always wondered, like,
why?
I'm sorry, call me old-fashioned, but I thought just the regular way is fine.
No.
Of course, this crosses into a whole other thing. This is like people who do all kinds of crazy junk.
But what sort of crazy junk are you really talking about? What are you really talking about?
I'm really not trying to cross some lines.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
We can have that conversation after the show.
I really don't want to.
Well, then.
This is only for the show. That's the only reason why we're even having this conversation.
But yeah, it's...
I mean... This is the show of love, and we want to make sure that everybody gets every aspect of love.
We want to see this.
Self-love.
So what you're saying is we want to see this all the way to completion?
Yes.
Where's the bell?
No.
That was a bell.
No. Damn it. No bell.
I'll ring my own damn bell then.
Are you playing with your dingling? That's so terrible.
It was so bad, and yet
so
it
easy.
fit so well. One man was...
we told you we're not gentlemen, right?
Yeah, that's all out the window. One man was found suffocated in a cellar of his home, having apparently tied chains around his body and neck. I don't...
Why?
These people need a hug.
Or a straitjacket that makes them hug themselves?
That's a possibility.
I mean...
That works too.
They need some love, and by that I mean some hugging of themselves, and by that I mean a straitjacket.
Yeah, and according to the I'll spit it out in a minute.
Forensic examiner.
Well, I was gonna go the report.
Oh, that
basically, yeah. The report basically says that there's a whole bunch of them that aren't even being reported. They're just the one, the 100 a year is only what gets reported, which is a good thing to think about. And I've heard it talked about before. You're not exactly going to tell the truth when they ask how Grandpa died.
Yeah,
and you happen to be the guy, the grandpa who was.
You're going to be grandpa that actually,
that was wearing a diving suit with a raincoat on,
with plastic bags over your head while standing next to a heater and trying to melt cheese on your chest.
I almost... With
a heater.
I almost wonder if that was a bet. I don't think that was...
No, I really don't think it was.
That's just way too oddly specific.
It's very specific.
That's down to, how do you... Okay. I'm about to say something. You're going to isolate the audio, I know.
All right. I'm getting ready. Okay,
but I would love to have seen the progression from this guy.
Uh-huh.
Because you start off with a raincoat.
Yeah.
No, this isn't doing it for me.
No, it's not working.
No, let me... plastic bag over the head. No, that's not working either.
Quite. It's not quite there yet. Not quite there.
A diving suit. Let's put a diving suit on with the raincoat and the plastic bags.
Yes.
No, it's not doing it for me.
Not there.
What do I need? What am I missing?
He calls up his friend, and his friend's like, I don't know, dude. Why don't you put some cheese on it?
Because his friend was high. Well, his friend knows how to live, apparently, in Germany, and he's stoned, and that's why he was thinking of... Which
is the only thing you can really do over in Germany, or get drunk.
Yeah, and so that's what he was doing, hence the cheese. And the guy hung up the phone with, oh my God, that's genius cheese! It goes on everything. I can't. What? I don't get it though. These people need Jesus is what it really boils down to. I can't.
Oh.
I feel like you need there's something you want to get off your chest.
I don't know how to verbalize.
I know
what's going on there.
Well, when a man and a woman really love each other.
No, that I got. I got that part. I've got 3 kids and one on the way. I'm good there.
Oh, so you know how this all works.
I know how that works. Apparently, people think I'm building a cult or something. I don't know, but...
people think you're Catholic.
No, they think I'm building a cult.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Apparently, the people I work with...
You live inside city limits. There's no way you're building a cult.
I'm going to move soon to the middle of the woods.
Yeah, but until you do, it's not a cult.
I know.
And you're not stockpiling guns.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I want to because, I mean, my girls are going to have boyfriends eventually.
Oh, the legal medicine in Hamburg alone recorded 40 accidental erotic deaths.
Autoerotic.
Autoerotic, that's what I said.
Autoerotic.
From 1983 to 2003, with the victims' ages ranging from 13
to 79.
to 79. That's a giant fail in and of itself.
That's also a really, really big leap.
Well, one, like, okay, that's tragic that you lose a 13-year-old, child to this. Again, parents, do your effing job.
No, they can't do that.
Clearly, they can't. And now can you imagine having to explain that one at the funeral? Little Timmy died. How'd he die?
I don't know.
He swallowed marbles.
No, I don't know. I don't know is the answer. That will
have to be the answer. The investigation is ongoing. No comment.
Nothing else going on.
But then the 79. You know what? When I hear the age for the 79, though, is it bad that a part of me is almost like, right on, dude? Is it just me? Like, there's a part of me that's almost proud of that dude. I mean, I'm sorry that he died, and it's a tragedy. And
79, you did a good job, buddy.
If he wasn't dead, I would want to high five him. Well,
no,
after he washed his hands. Here's some Purell. Take care of that hand. Now, all right, now high five. Yeah, that's.
Why are your hands so sweaty?
Wow. The victims are usually men. That's a shocker.
No way.
Since women are more cautious and don't incorporate many intricacies.
No.
I'm telling you, we're losing men in this world. Where are the men? To quote Alex Jones.
Freaking hate Alex Jones.
I know.
By the way, because of that.
PTSD!
Thank you. That's all I can say.
I've missed that one. We haven't played that one.
I know. I had to throw that in there for you.
It makes me giggle.
Because of Alex Jones. You know, somebody actually somebody sent somebody else one of your posts from like a year ago about Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Today, like one of those things. Oh my gosh! It means I had to look at it again just to see what they were talking about.
It made me giggle. It made me giggle. It was a good one.
It was a good one.
Anything that shows Alex Jones being insane. Well,
I mean, that's pretty much everything.
More insane than usual.
Yes, more insane than usual. Okay, I gotcha.
It makes me giggle.
Yes.
It makes me giggle.
By the way, I wanted to take this moment before we got to the closing of the show to really talk about some things. Obviously, we've been doing this together for about 6 months, 7 months now, and you've been doing this for about a year now.
Over a year, yeah.
A little over a year, man.
Yep.
We're gonna be having some changes coming up soon.
I almost feel like this is a breakup.
No. This is
a breakup conversation.
This is really.
It's
good.
not you. It's me.
No. This is really good. We're gonna have some really good changes coming up, guys. We're going to be adding some great content. We actually are trying to move to a little bit more of a serious thing. Not today. Not today. Mm-hmm. We just. It's Valentine's Day. Screw that. But we are going to be moving into a more serious realm here with you guys. We're going to go dive deeper into topics unlike this one.
Yeah. No, it's not to say that we're not going to have
jokes.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
We are going to still have jokes.
Do this. Don't get me wrong. Just not maybe not as often. Well, it would be often. We're just gonna have.
It'll be sandwiched in between some good serious content.
Some
coming
deep
up
stuff.
And through. I mean, we want to get more involved and more in depth in things. We're gonna have a lot more interviews coming in.
We will.
As you've been noticing over the past couple weeks.
CPAC. I'll be at CPAC next week.
Yep, he'll be at CPAC next
big.
week. That'll be good. Along with that, obviously, we are trying to get a hold of A bunch of people. Troy Walker's one of them from...
we're going to have Riaz Patel sometime in the next couple weeks.
We're going to have Riaz. That'll be good times.
Lots of people on the way. Look, if you guys have suggestions, by all means, reach out to us. Let us know. We're open to anything. This is almost as much your show as it is ours.
Almost.
You're not paying the bills. This is mine. But it is your show. Whatever, let us know. Suggestions, anything, we're welcome to hear it. You can find us at Defenders of American Exceptionalism on Facebook, it's DOA Show. Twitter at DOA Show. Patreon / DOA Show. We'll see y'all Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Bye-bye. Happy Valentine's Day. Show someone some love.